know what? We should move to California. Lenny, go and pay the check. Good idea. Who knows what could be waiting for us out there? Yeah, the world could be our toaster. Squeaky goes to the jukebox and hits it with its fist. The music keeps playing. Nothing happens. Squeaky to himself. How does he do that? Cut to exterior Arnold. Night. Lenny and Squeaky get into their beer truck. Cut to interior of the truck. Lenny says, so how are we going to get there? Squeaky says, too bad we can't take the beer truck. Lenny says, yeah, we're not truck sick. Squeaky says, wait a minute. My Uncle Fred has an ice cream truck. An ice cream truck. We could put our extra clothes in the freezer. I mean, it's only November. He usually doesn't need it till the spring. Well, won't he want it back then? No, he wouldn't care. He's dead. Cut to the exterior of the beer truck driving off into the night. Cut to open highway day. We see the 52 Hudson riding down the road. The girls are in the front seat, Shirley behind the wheel. We hear Nelson Riddle's theme for the Route 66 TV show. And we see a highway sign which reads Route 66. Over Shirley's head there is an animated cartoon-like bubble indicating Shirley's thoughts. Within the bubble is the opening credits of the old TV series Route 66. Shirley says, we made it, Laverne, Route 66, just like the show. Todd and Buzz, remember those two guys? Laverne said, we're not two guys, Shirley. Shirley says, and they'd be riding all over Route 66 in their new Corvette, and they'd always stop and help somebody? Shirley says, we ain't helping anybody, Shirley. Shirley says, and it was like every year they'd get a new Corvette. Laverne says, this isn't a Corvette, Shirley. This is a big, fat, old 1952 Hudson. We're lucky if it gets us to California in one piece. Shirley says, but, Laverne says, and we can't get a new one. They stopped making them 10 years ago. Shirley says, come on, Laverne, let's make this fun. It's still Route 66, and you know what that means. I do, huh? You don't? I give up, Shirley. What does it mean? Shirley said, it means we're going to St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri. Oklahoma City is mighty pretty. We'll see Amarillo. Take it, Laverne. Gallup, New Mexico. Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Winona. Kingman, Boston. San Bernardino. Cut to a distant shot of the Hudson continuing down the highway while we hear the actual recording of Get Your Kicks on Route 66. There are several suitable ones, the Nat King Cole Trio, Mel Torme, Asleep at the Wheel, Take Your Choice. Cut to another stretch of highway much later in the day, to the strains of Ricky Nelson singing I'm a Traveling Man. We see a distant shot of a vehicle going down the highway. As we get closer to it, we see that inside are Lenny and Squiggy. They sing along with Ricky on these lyrics. There's a sweet Fraulein down in Berlin town, makes my heart start to yearn, and that China doll down in old Hong Kong waits for my return. Cut to the ice cream truck from the other side of the road as it continues on. The freezer of the door is, of the truck is wide open and luggage is sticking out. Cut to exterior highway day. The Hudson driving down the highway. Laverne is behind the wheel, Shirley on the passenger side. Shirley says, it's simply the luck of the draw, Laverne. Some of us are large persons such as yourself. Not large in the sense of fatness, but tall and rather big boned. Laverne is rolling her eyes in disgust. Shirley says, and they tend to have large internal organs. Laverne says, yeah, large. Now others of us are considered to be smaller people, with correspondingly smaller organs. Combine that with my enormous appetite for Big Macs and filet of fish sandwiches and chocolate shakes, and pull over! Laverne says, but it's only 28 miles to the next rest stop. Pull over! Cut to exterior highway. We see the Hudson pull over to the side of the road. The view becomes more panoramic. A traveling car stops at their car and quickly moves on. The impression one has is of an inquiry concerning whether help is needed and a quick negative response from the girls. Cut to Lenny and Squiggy riding in the ice cream truck. Squiggy said, yeah, if a tree falls down in the forest and nobody's there, it still makes a noise unless you're deaf. Lenny said, that makes sense. They approach a billboard ad with a beautiful model posed on it. Squiggy said, well, you look at those bazooms. Cut to Laverne and Shirley driving in the Hudson. A highway sign reads rest area. Laverne says, again? Again, Laverne. Laverne drives the car to the rest area. The girls get out, lock the doors of the car. Shirley runs to the ladies' room. Laverne walks to the candy machine, takes out change and pulls the lever, getting a Snickers bar. Two blonde, attractive girls, Randy and Sandy, approach her. They are wearing sunglasses and scarves on their heads. Sandy says, hi, I'm Sandy. Randy says, I'm Randy. Sandy says, ooh, that Snickers looks good. Randy says, yeah, it sure does. Randy's looking longingly at it. Yeah. So I said, it's only a nickel. Randy and Sandy together. We don't have a nickel. Shirley emerges from the restroom, overhearing the following. Sandy says, we don't have anything. Randy says, we hitchhiked all the way from Oklahoma City. Laverne says, yeah, it's mighty pretty. Randy says, yeah, it sure is. Sandy says, two guys picked us up. We stopped here to use the ladies' room, and they just drove off with our purses, our luggage, everything. Sandy says, and all we wanted to do was get to California and become Hollywood stars. Laverne hesitantly starts to eat the Snickers bar. Sandy says, boy, that looks good. Sandy says, yeah, it's my favorite. Uh-huh. Laverne, it's our chance to help people. All that's missing now is the Corvette. It's waiting just for us just around the bend, Laverne. Get out of here. Laverne, give those girls a couple of Mars bars. Laverne says, I don't have any more change. Shirley stuffs change in her hand. Here! Laverne puts the coins on the machine. Sandy says, I'll have a Butterfingers. Randy says, Hershey's with almonds. Laverne says, I thought your favorite was Snickers. Laverne, let them have what they want. Sheesh. Laverne gets and gives them their candy bars. Sandy says, so where are you girls headed? Laverne says, Cheryl. Shirley says, us? Oh, we're going all the way to Hollywood, California. Randy says, what a break! That's where we're going. Shirley says, well, we've got plenty of room in the back seat. Laverne is not happy with this arrangement. Sandy says to both of them, says, are you trying to break into the movies too? Randy says, Sandy, don't be ridiculous. Sandy says, you're right, it was pretty silly of me. The girls are vaguely insulted as they all pile into the Hudson and drive off. Cut to motel entrance, night. The four girls enter the room which has one double bed. Randy says, now we insist that you two sleep in the double bed. Laverne says, so do I. Sandy says, we'll be fine on the floor. Laverne says, sure. They both lay down on the floor. Sandy says, ooh, my back. Randy says, still giving you trouble, huh? Cut to exterior motel, night, time is passing. Cut to interior motel room, night. Randy and Sandy are enjoying the comfort of sleeping in the double bed. Laverne and Shirley are groaning and moaning on the floor. Cut to the girls in the car riding down the highway, dead. From the point of view of the rear window, we see the backs of their heads. Shirley says, "It's too bad none of my stuff fits you." Randy says, "It sure is." Sandy says, "You said it." Shirley says, "Now, girls, we must make do with what we have." Randy says, "Easy for you to say." Sandy says, "Yeah." They approach a roadside Denny's. They park and get out of the car. First we see Shirley emerge, then Laverne with an L blouse on, then Randy with an L blouse on, then Sandy with an L blouse on. They are shown to a table and sit. The waitress comes over and notices the 3 L's. Shirley points, says, "The Lennon sisters?" Laverne says, "I'll have the $1.99 slam bam pancakes, eggs and ham." Shirley says, "Me too." Waitress says, "Okay, that's a pretty big bang for your buck. Coffee's included. Is this separate checks?" Randy says, "Nope, one check." Laverne winces. Waitress says, "Well, what'll you have?" Randy says, "Let's see, steak and eggs, a side order of ham, and an order of French toast, along with the regular toast, large orange juice, and coffee." Waitress says, "Wow, somebody's ship's come in." Sandy says, "I'll have what she's having." On Laverne and Shirley's startled looks we cut to later in the meal. Randy says, "So I said to my father, there's no way I'm going to spend my life working in a jewelry store and showing diamonds to people all day." Laverne is indulging her. "Ooh, I didn't realize it was that rough on you." Shirley, also indulgent, says, "That's even worse than you having to spray all that perfume on all those women." Laverne says, "You never know. I once knew a couple of girls who had to work as dishwashers." The waitress passes by. Shirley says, "Oh, miss, where's the restroom?" The waitress points to the far side of the room. Shirley says, "Would you come with me, Laverne? I hate going alone." Laverne says, "Oh, sure, I'll go with you." They walk towards the restroom. Randy says, "If I have to wear this fashion offender one more day, I'll scream." Sandy says, "I don't think I can last that long." Shirley and Laverne emerge from the restroom. Laverne says, "All right, Cheryl, on the count of 8. Shirley says, "Gotcha." Laverne and Shirley walking simultaneously to the front entrance and beyond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shlamil, Shlamaza, Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated. They are out the door. Randy, tugging at her L, says, "Why don't we just undo the stitching?" Sandy says, "I think she used cement." We see the Hudson driving away in the distance behind Randy and Sandy's window. Cut to Shirley and Laverne driving. Interior of the car, with either Laverne and Shirley singing "Give Us Any Chance, We'll Take It," etc., or the recorded version of the theme song. Laverne and Shirley are now wearing Randy and Sandy's scarves and sunglasses. Laverne says, "I'm still waiting for that Corvette, Cheryl." Cut to Randy and Sandy in the kitchen of Denny's washing dishes and whimpering. Cut to later in the day, Randy and Sandy are hitchhiking. Cut to Lenny and Swiggy motoring along in the ice cream truck. Interior of the truck. Lenny says, "Yeah, but wouldn't blue suspenders hold up his pants just as good?" Swiggy says, "You can't examine these things too closely." They see Sandy and Randy hitchhiking. Lenny says, "I think I'm seeing things." Swiggy says, "You're not alone. There are 2 Lavernes."